Welcome to Realtree Global Hunting on Team Wild TV. This week we're in Texas on the hunt for a whitetail doe to put some meat on the table. Whitetail deer are the game of choice for most American hunters, and the guys here are absolutely obsessed with them. We spent some time here in Texas last deer season and took several young bucks to help the guys out with their management program. I'm up and out before daylight so we can get into the blind without disturbing the game. Now this morning we're coming to you from Texas and we're hunting whitetail doe for meat. Now this area is very rich in game. The guys that own this particular concession do a lot of management, put good feed down, very selective about the animals that they take, and have got some great infrastructure. And as a result they've got an incredibly healthy herd. Not only are there numerous animals, but they're also healthy in the body. You can see by the look of them they're well looked after. Now the grazing here is pretty sparse, so the way they supplement the feed here is by using these mechanised feeders that feed at certain times of the day, just before last light and then just before first light in the morning. So it gets the deer into a pattern of feeding and gives you the best possible chance of harvesting your game. Now all these guys here, they've got some pretty good bucks on the land. They've taken their trophy quota for the year. We've been helping them out a little bit with taking some younger spiker bucks, much in the same way as we would do in the UK, with a fallow or red deer. Take off the younger ones, leave the ones in the middle to get bigger, and then when they get old and start going back, then we take those as well. It's no different here in Texas. So this morning we've been set the task of harvesting a young whitetail doe for meat. So apparently they're regular as clockwork, so all we have to do is wait. As the sun peers over the horizon, there are deer on the move, and I've got two beautiful whitetail on the feeder in front of us. Be careful we pick the right one. See, that one in front is a buck. You can just see the top of its horn starting to come through its skin. The one at the back is the doe, that's the one that we want. Just got to be a little bit patient and let her come forward. Okay, here we go. As soon as I have a side shot, I'll take it. She's probably going to turn now, he's moved. Okay, she's looking straight at the eye. She seems unconcerned. I don't want to take the shot, frontal shot, don't want to ruin any meat, that's what we're here for. Patience, as always, is key. Here we go, just about to turn broadside, we'll take the shot. High shoulder shot, she's still quartering on, so I need to wait until she gives me more side on. I don't want to damage the back straps, and not too much of the shoulder if I can avoid it. Is clear before we take the shot at her. Okay, now off. Didn't give us a chance. Now she's going to get broadside, but he's going to be behind her. She's incredibly annoying. There we go. Oh, not quite. Just wait till she relaxes a little bit. Unbelievably, a big buck has just come and pushed her off. Well, not a big buck, he's broken on one side. What a shot! The doe drops on the spot and the two bucks seem totally unfazed for a moment.
Totally unconcerned. The doe is down, they're slightly confused. Her kicking her legs has kind of scared him a little bit. Another whitetail doe down. As I say today, well, this trip has all been about management, not interested in trophies. We had to take the two young cull bucks out previously, and the spikers, and then today we're hunting for meat, and there is no sweeter meat than a young whitetail doe. Now, it'd be interesting to see how old she is, but she looked pretty small in the body compared to the other bucks. Even the yearling buck was considerably bigger than she was, so I'd probably put her as maybe a yearling doe herself. It was interesting to see the way the bigger buck, when he came in, it just, even though he had one antler and he was pretty young, a couple of years old, he still enforced his dominance over the feed plot. Now these feed plot down here, there's an awful lot of consternation about shooting deer over feed, but these feed plots are also the only way these deer get big and strong. The grazing out here is pretty sparse, it's a hard life out here, and without the supplementary feeding, there'd be no strength in the herd. So in order to grow big bucks, and big bucks lead to a healthy herd, same as in Scotland with red stags, you need supplementary feed. The stronger the stags, the stronger the bloodline, hopefully the stronger the herd. But right now, we've got venison burgers.
We wait for the other game to settle in before heading down to claim our doe.
So, we know she's down for the count. We saw her a little bit before. There you go. There's that high shoulder shot I was telling you. Perfect positioning. Just slightly quartering away, so I came back a couple of inches just to make sure the exit wound was towards the front. As you can see here, it's exactly what's happened. It's come out the front of the shoulder. So beautiful in the body, great shape, very, very young doe. So perfect for what we want, which is for meat. So all we need to do now is get her back to the lodge and get her dressed out.
We load her onto the truck and head back to base. Another successful management job in the bag, and tasty whitetail venison is back on the menu. Subscribe to Team Wild TV for the best hunting, airgun, gear and bow hunting videos on YouTube.